Okay, wait, I'll invite more people. Rishikesh, I am there. Can you at least? Okay, yeah. No, I am in.
Through.
Yeah, he's there.
Yay!
Right.
Finally. Hey, you're in Madison.
Okay, let me drop the call now.
Cut your call. Cut your call.
Yeah.
It will echo like crazy.
Can I invite more people?
Yep.
We could have just taken a hangout together instead of having all this thing.
Right. People are going to kill us.
Hey, I think Amrita is also in Madison. She was telling me it'll be easier if we just call her and like have her sit beside
Yeah,
me.
that will be better. Yeah, I can just call you.
That's much simpler than doing. Okay, okay. So finally we are live. Um, Rishi, do we have the broadcast link for this hangout, as in the public link that people can view this? I want to try like doing that from an incognito window just to make sure it works.
Yeah. So
What is that
basically,
link?
if you can see a links at like a thing at the bottom on the right. Can you see
Why
link?
can't I invite people to this hangout? Only you can invite Rishikesh, is
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Only he can.
I
Only he
did
can
that.
invite, I think.
there? Okay, so I'm sending you the email IDs, okay? I mean, you already have them in email, right?
Yeah. So I already did that, but I don't know why it didn't work the first
No,
time.
you have to, in this window, there is an invite people button on the top, right?
Yeah. So
Top left. Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
that
there
already.
you have to invite people.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Now
Amrita
it
then.
works. Now it works.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I
Okay.
have to
So we
do
need to
that again,
invite.
like
We
Ameya.
have Vaibhav, Shruti. Um, have you invited all of them?
Amrita is here.
Yeah, Amrita is here.
Hmm.
Actually,
Finally, something
both of
works.
you can just like sit next to each other if you want to.
Yeah, actually, it will let us have more people on the.
Exactly. That's why. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know that she was in Madison. I
So
don't know
should
you
I
were in
come?
Madison. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
चारू मैं ऊपर आऊँ और तू नीचे आ जा.
तू ऊपर आ जा.
ओके ठीक है मैं आती हूँ.
हाँ, आ जा. उपासना मैंने भी ज्वाइन किया. उपासना. Finally.
Yay.
Okay, so now what is the link, Rishikesh?
So
Why is
can you see the links
it?
at the bottom right?
Huh? Sorry.
Wait, I'll fix it.
Uh, what is the link? Oh yeah, I can see. I can see.
Yeah.
Is
If you
this the
put
link?
that link, then people can watch but not join.
Okay, cool.
That is the link put on the link.
And so I'm finally posting this link on Facebook.
Okay. Okay. This is the link through which you watch the hangout. Am I right?
Yeah,
That's right.
that's the link to only watch.
Okay. I'm gonna open it from my
And
from
they
an
can use
incognito
the
window
Q&A
just to make
tab
sure I can
to
watch
ask
it.
their questions.
Uh,
Can you
and and the
Q&A
Q&A page here. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, awesome. This is perfect.
What happened?
So if you open this link in your incognito window, you'll be able to watch all of us again.
Yeah.
And
and don't do that if you don't have a
एक
headphone
मिनट अमृता है.
because it will echo.
हाँ.
I was trying the same earlier basically with incognito, but earlier I don't know maybe it's because of the page. Well, any more people to invite?
Okay.
uh,
This.
yeah. Okay, I think this is perfect. There's a huge lag in how that video actually
Yeah,
streams.
that will be there. I think.
That's kind of weird, but okay. Okay, we still have to invite Vaibhav. Vaibhav is not on the call. Hey.
Vaibhav is not on the call yet. But
Yeah, he's not on the call yet. And who else isn't on? I think Achin is not on the call yet.
What is Achin's email ID? Not
I don't know.
Whisper.
I have to look it up on the group. Let me do it. Has he even posted his email ID? Byberb is v.smarties@gmail.com.
Yeah, I added him, but he has not joined yet.
Okay, then just let that go until he joins. Who else do we have? Okay, I'll just post in a WhatsApp group. Got Hangout working. Whoever hasn't joined yet, please post your email ID here
Ashish and
again.
Vaibhav are the only ones missing, right?
Yeah, but in case someone else wants to join, I've just posted it in our group. So if anyone wants to join now, they'll just give us the email ID. That should be fine. We can get started, I guess, if you guys are okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Where is the
we can
question
use that.
answer spreadsheet
so
or whatever?
if you go to that link which Sushi has posted in an incognito, that page has a Q&A button on top, so you can use
Yeah,
that.
there should be a button there which says Q&A. So we can just instruct them to use that. That makes it much easier because then the questions are separate and then you can click on a question and then say the answer.
Wait, let me try
Q&A.
posting a test question. Let me try posting a test, making sure that works also.
Yeah, yeah, do that.
Where is that?
Yeah, these okay. They are saying that GoToMeeting is better because more than 10 people can join.
Yeah, GoToMeeting is what people were suggesting earlier also.
I guess that's true. But it's okay. We started with this. Might as well finish.
Let's do this and then we can do another one later on if we find that they need more time or more questions or something.
Sure.
Where is Q&A button?
It's on top of the page when you go with that
If you
link.
are in the video call, then it won't be on the top.
It'll be on the left.
Yeah, it will be on the left if you are in the
In
call.
Hangout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that. But
The visitors will find it on the right where live is showing up.
okay.
Awesome. Okay. So do you want to share this link and get started? Is it okay?
Yeah. I'm sharing this link with all the people, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, all
Perfect.
so I'm just sharing this link. कैसे share करेंगे?
Yeah, people are joining, I guess.
They can watch the whole video, like the whole video.
They can watch the whole video. So you might want to turn your camera off.
Yeah, you have to turn your camera.
Right?
We might want to restart it before we
No,
share.
we can't restart it. Don't stop it.
Okay,
because
okay,
it's,
okay.
It gets recorded and you can't restart it. Because I did that.
So Charu will be the face of IGSA. Don't switch off your video.
Now, Shruti, where are you?
Dude, I switched off my video. I'm not showing my video the way I am half asleep.
It's okay.
Hey, why?
It's not okay.
We're the ones who are being on the video.
See, we have to show people how people live in Madison, how Indians live.
There are 9 viewers now. Guys, let's begin.
Okay, let's begin. But we haven't any. Okay, I don't see any questions yet. So let's wait for the questions to come.
Yeah, so you have to
Should
ask
we
them.
post in the Facebook group saying that finally we are up? Can you ask some question?
I post.
Okay.
For that I didn't post.
Oh, please, that also you need to post.
Hey, where will we see the questions?
Yeah, I don't see any questions right now.
Can you share a Google Doc?
Did you turn on the Q&A?
Yeah, turn on the Q&A.
You have to turn it on.
They're saying we can only hear.
Okay. So the Q&A is on. Okay. Let me try something else. Okay.
The Q&A should work directly,
Okay.
right?
Let me try something because I need to log in through some other Google account for
Right.
to
You
actually
go,
check
no,
if
I
it's
don't.
working.
Wait. Don't go. I'm already.
I'll be here. I log into some other account through my incognito window.
That's what
See
I'm
if it
doing.
works.
Yeah.
This is so complicated. Damn it.
Charu, do you
what?
want me to post on the Facebook page asking them to ask the questions?
But they don't know how to ask the question. They're figuring that out, and then we'll tell them to ask the question.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even we don't know how to ask questions.
Okay.
So they are asking me. I am actually on their WhatsApp group, so they are asking that can we post questions? So
Has any? Okay. I don't have any other Google account. Charu, can you?
I'm trying it here.
I'm not on the video call, so you can do it with my account.
Okay, yeah, you can try it right there. Yes.
Okay.
At least you can hear us. One step is done.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even we don't know how to ask questions.
Okay.
Okay, they're
They
saying
are asking me. I am actually on their WhatsApp group, so they are asking that can we post
Here is the
questions?
thing. On the top right, you will see, if you are a viewer, you on the top right, you will see 9 boxes thing.
I'm trying it.
Wait, you will see a 9 boxes thing at the top on the right. It's like a menu button on
guys,
Android.
they're all messaging on the previous Hangout group.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm replying there. So
Okay.
We have our first question here, I guess.
yeah, first question. How to
Can you
post
see my
questions?
question? Just a test question, and I see
I
a
don't
save
see
button
any
there.
questions.
Yeah. So wait, I can do this.
Wait, let me go to the Q&A page and then see.
ये video है इसमें.
I don't see any question. Oh yeah, I can see the question. Yeah. Can you see my question? Can we post questions here?
Yeah.
How do you
So
reply
on
to that?
wait, so there are two things here. Those who are in the video, scroll to your left. There will be a Q&A button there.
Right.
You can see the questions there. For the viewers, on the top right, there is a button like an Android settings button. Click that button, and it will show Q&A and showcase. There you have to click on Q&A. There you can ask your questions.
Okay.
And
Roshi,
you
one
can see your
question.
questions. Yes, Nikhil, Mushahid, and Arjun. I can see your questions.
Okay. We are part of the Hangout, but I'm not sure how we answer the question. As in, do we just speak out, or do we? Can we type
They'll
something?
speak out because they can watch.
Can we type something in response? Is that possible?
No, we have to answer the question.
Exactly. How do you answer? Where is the place to answer?
You just
Isn't-
say they are watching you.
Oh, okay.
You just say, there is no.
Yes, we got your question.
If you are on the video, I won't.
We got your question, Arjun and Nikhil. And
So you guys can start posting questions.
yeah, you can start posting questions and we can answer.
So I'm just marking these questions as done.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can ask these questions as
Oh,
well.
only you can do that as moderator. Okay. Now I get the picture.
Yep. So we are clear of questions now. Now let's wait for.
Yeah, now you can actually ask questions.
Yay! Finally.
Or we can start with introducing ourselves.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Charu. We're all IGSA team, Indian Graduate Students Association in Madison. And every year, the seniors try to help juniors settle down in when they come here. So we organize pickup and hosting for you guys. So other than that, you must be looking for accommodation. So if you need any help or if you have any questions, you can ask us in the Q&A app. I hope you have figured it out. And right now, 6 of us are here, 7 of us, and we can help you as much as we can.
Can we confirm with those guys if they actually got how to post questions? Is there some way to confirm on the Facebook group or something? If someone hasn't, probably help
You
them.
can ask in the WhatsApp group, Charu.
Yeah, I'm asking. So, we have a question.
Okay, how are the budget cuts going to impact UWM and Department of Computer Science? Can I take this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so at the moment, grad students aren't affected much by budget cuts, and computer science is not affected at all, as far as I know. The only thing is, if you are a PMP student of computer science, you will not be eligible for funding. That is the regulation which is imposed by the department. But as long long as you're a regular master's student, you are still eligible for all the normal computer science funding opportunities. As far as the rest of engineering departments are concerned, as far as electrical engineering is concerned, there has been a huge decrease in the number of funding opportunities, but they're still available. So it's not totally impossible, but it's become a lot more difficult after the budget cuts. Does that answer your question, Ashish? Does any does anyone have anything else to add?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Any other questions?
In the meantime, we guys can give some intro, and so with the department name, so they know which all departments are here.
Oh yeah. Where do you want to start?
So as we wait
Um,
for the next question, we can just talk about like the hosting and pickup probably.
oh yeah.
Okay, we have another question.
We do?
Sorry. Uh,
I don't see it.
Ali has posted a question. Hi, thanks for setting this up. How to get help regarding initial accommodation, maybe for 2 or 3 days. I and most of other students will be reaching around 14 to 15. Ali, so we have a IGSA UW Madison Facebook group where we have posted a form which can help you get hosting in Madison for your initial 2 3 days till you get your own apartment. So you can just fill the form and we will arrange pickup and hosting for you. That should be pretty easy. That's what we all also did when we came. Does this answer your question? So I'm marking this answer.
How do you do that? I'm not do that
Even
actually.
Rishikesh can do that.
Yeah, I
Okay,
did
yeah.
that.
Okay. I think it's a question from Pranay, which is like similar to the funding things.
Can you
So
answer Shruti's question first because that is first. Like, can you answer it in order?
I'm sorry.
Can you answer it in order? There is
Yeah.
a question by Shruti R.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. I think she marked it as answered.
That's
Uh,
okay. Go ahead and do
Pranay.
Pranay's question right now.
okay.
Yeah.
So, Pranay, that's definitely possible. So there's no restriction on where you can look for funding. A lot of EC students or even other students, other departments, they generally go to physics or mathematics and they get teaching assistant or research assistant positions. So there's no restriction on where you can get funding. It just depends on if there's a vacancy and if you're at the right place at the right time. So there's no on that. Okay, that's done.
And then Shruti R.
I
Question.
can take that PMP thing.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Question from Shruti R. But I have heard PMP CS students also got tuition waiver last year. Will that be possible this year?
I think Vaibhav can answer
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I am a PMP student, and last year when we joined in the fall semester, we were not allowed any funding. Later in December, they announced that from the spring semester we could accept funding. So in spring we received the fundings, but then in February they sent email that from next fall onwards we cannot accept any funding. Even if our offer letter was for a year, we were not allowed to continue it from fall 2015. And if we violate that and if they find out that, then they can even remove you from the college. And it's easy, it's recommended not to do that because it's easy to find from your phone directory what position you are holding. Is it a project assistant or is it an hourly? So don't accept any assistant positions that pays full fees. But if they convert it to hourly position, that's fine. I did that in the fall semester. It was a project assistantship position, and I got it converted to hourly, and you get paid like an hourly position. Just your fees won't be paid.
Yeah, there is one more question.
Your question. Are there any more questions?
There's
Yeah,
another
so
question about PMP. Vaibhav, I think you can answer this also.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Ali Hassan. It's a PMP question.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
hard or easy is it to get on-campus jobs? IT jobs maybe. How much can we make with that a month? Okay, PMP is a CS department branch, and CS guys are a lot in demand. Every department has CS positions. Please visit jobcenter.wisc.edu and you'll find lots of positions, and almost all PMP guys had highly paying CS jobs. So you need not worry for that. And by highly paying, I mean it can take you up to $15 an hour. And if you work on campus somewhere else, it can go as low as $8 an hour. But CS guys, PMP guys will get up to 15. It's on the higher side.
I hope that answers your question. Next,
Vaibhav, you should probably also say that they can do only 20 hours a week.
Oh yeah, as a student, you are allowed to do only 20 hours a week. That's your visa restriction during your working semester. But on during vacation, I suppose you can take more hours, but that you need to confirm from ISS, that is International Student Services Department.
Okay, we have the next question.
by Sanika. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
so can we start contacting professors from other departments now? Do you think that's recommended?
Um, I I'm not sure. I mean, I don't understand the question clearly. So,
She's asking.
Maybe for funding options, she's asking if you can ask other department professors also.
Okay, so I'll take this one. So, well, you can obviously, but like even I tried that before coming here. So it's like unless you message them from your Whisk mail ID, they don't pretty much entertain your emails, first of all. And second thing is, it's much better to come here and then go meet them personally. So if you are coming around 14th or 15th of August, then your classes won't be starting until 2nd of September. So in those 10-15 days, you can go meet as many professors as you can, drop your resume there, and so it's both basically, it's both your abilities as well as a bit of luck. So you can start contacting professors, but don't be disheartened if you don't get a reply.
I just like to add something to what Rishikesh said. I would say if you are trying to get it in the computer science department, start mailing professors while you're in India, because probably coming here and starting your hunt is a bad idea. Most of them would have mailed from India itself. So at least for CS, it's better you start having some conversation with the professor. But whatever it is, you have to meet the professor in person after you come here, and only then you'll actually get a confirmation about your RA ship. But it's better you start the conversation from India itself.
Okay, next question is by Ashish. What were the issues you guys faced while selecting courses? Is it first come, first serve? Will there be enough slots available to cover all grad students?
I think that's with respect to computer science. So probably I'll just say for CS, and if you want someone wants to add for the other department, I can see that. So yeah, when you're joining as a first year grad student, you will have some issues because preference is given to PhDs, postdocs, and then to the second year grad students to select courses. So after that, the course selection opens up for you guys. So you might have a problem, but the usual things what people do is they enroll for 4 to 5 courses here, and then they go sit in all the classes in the first week, and then they decide which ones they actually want to take. So there are a lot of chances that a course which you want actually opens up and you get into that course. So suppose there's a course which you really want to take and you're on the wait list in the course, I would say attend the first few classes. There are chances that people might drop out and you get into the course. So don't be without even going to the class or dropping the course directly from your student center now itself. And
right.
there are enough, there you'll definitely have slots for all grad courses. The problem comes when you want to do an undergrad course, probably the 500 and 600 level courses.
There's one thing I'd like to add to what Shruti said. Shruti, there's some echo in your voice. I think there's some issue with the mic. If it's possible,
Oh,
can you see?
okay.
Okay, and yeah, I just like to probably emphasize that attending those first few classes in case you don't get into the course through the system, that's probably the most important thing you can do. Personally, I got enrolled in 2 different courses just by going to the first few classes because that's when people drop out or that's when the professors actually judge, okay, we need more slots in the class, and they actually increase the number of slots in the class. So that's actually a very valuable thing to do. The thing is that in general, I can at least speak for computer architecture, saying in general, there are enough courses that you will want to take. So there you'll never face a lack of options. In case you don't get one course in the fall semester, there will be other options for you to take. So for at least computer architecture, it's I don't think it will be a problem unless you're looking to take one specific course. So in general, it's okay. You can manage through it. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Next is Mohit Verma's question. How difficult is it to get RA position for MS students, specifically in computer sciences? Some universities do not prefer MS students for this. I think Shruti, you can talk.
Yeah. Hi Mohit. So it is not very difficult, but it actually depends also on your area of interest. So, like I said, I would suggest you to start mailing the professors from India itself. And if you are interested in the systems and the architecture group, I think there are more chances for you to get an RA. But if it's databases and theory related subjects, then or AI, it's really difficult to get a RA. You definitely have to do an independent study for one semester or probably 2 semesters to get a RA. It's really difficult to get a RA immediately, like when you come itself for the professor to give you a RA.
Probably in second or third semester.
Yeah, so I would say that if you're really interested to work with one professor and if you've identified it early, you should probably sign up for independent study with him in the first semester. Do really well, and there are a lot of chances for getting an RA in the spring semester.
Okay, so next question by Ashish. Uh, any courses you should avoid in computer sciences?
What's the next question we're looking at?
Any courses you should avoid in computer sciences?
Okay, that's really subjective question. Depends on what's your area of interest and also what are you looking at. If you want just good grades and you don't want to screw up your grades, then there are subjects which you should avoid where it's difficult to score a A. But otherwise, I think there are many courses which you should take in CS. So probably once you come here, you can talk to CS seniors and figure this out.
Also, in first semester, you should avoid taking more than two undergrad level courses. That would be hectic. So you should take, if you plan to take three, take at least one grad level courses. There won't be much homework pressure.
So next question is, how hectic is the epic RA shift? Is the commute manageable?
Uh, Okay, so I don't think any of us here are an epic RA, but I know that it's the commute is okay. I guess they send shuttles here to near the University Avenue, so a commute should not be the problem. But overall, it could be a little stressful because you are commuting there and you are actually expected to work 20 hours a week, and they have to be strict about it and managing the coursework with that. And I think you should probably do really early hours so that you cover 20 hours a week and you also have time to attend classes. It could be a little stressful, but the commute itself is not a problem.
And okay, so the next question is, students are not eligible to get an RA position, but can they still get to work under professors as independent study?
Viber, can you take this?
Oh yeah, I can take this. PMP students are not eligible for research assistantship. It just means that you are not eligible to get fees waiver for it, but you can still convert that position as a independent study or master's research. You just have to enroll under that professor and continue the same amount of effort that you put, and that is how you can enroll in any professor you wish to work with. But you won't get paid for it, but you still can continue doing the research under the professor. So it won't be called RA, it would be called as a master's research or master's thesis.
I'd like to add one more thing to what Vaibhav said. So you actually get, I mean, internet study is actually listed as a course, so you actually get credits for it. So it'll actually count to your graduation. So there are two different kinds of independent studies, but each of them are like 3 credits or 2 credits. You can choose how many credits you want it to be, and those credits will actually count to add up to your graduation requirement. Uh, if you have just an RA position, that will not count for your graduation. So I guess that's the difference.
Okay. Um, so how do professors decide on whom to give assistantship? Like, are there any tests conducted or is it first come first served?
Can I take this as well?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So as far as I know, except for physics, it's just it's not exactly first come first serve, but it's kind of like that. You just go talk to the professor, and if he thinks you're qualified for the job that he wants you to do, you'll get in pretty much. Only physics is a little different. So there's a physics teaching assistantship position where the professor actually conducts like an exam, kind of like IIT JEE, I guess. It's like a 3-section exam kind of thing where he tests you on all basic physics concepts, and if you get to the test, then you get the TA position. That's the only thing which is different. But in general, it's pretty much you going talking to the prof and like, proving to him that you can do the job that he wants you to do. So
Okay. So for MSc students, how are the students allotted the subject for which they will be TAs? Will the subject be only from computer sciences? Do they take your background into consideration?
So I'll take this. Mohit, so I think you'll get a TA application form from Perry or someone else from the computer science department. So you fill up the form where you'll actually say your skills in different programming languages, and you also say what are the 4 subjects in the order of preferences for which you want to be a TA, and the 4 subjects for which you don't. Okay, I think I'm echoing a lot.
Can you?
Well, looks like one of us has an echo. If you have this Hangout open on some other computer or your phone, then please close it off because it's echoing through that most probably.
Yeah, I think
People who are not speaking just mute themselves and only unmute them when they are speaking.
Okay.
And everyone else mute themselves.
yeah. So so you have the TA form where you can say what are the 4 courses you want to TA for and the 4 courses you don't want to TA for. And obviously you can't be a TA for the course you want to take this semester. Apart from that, there's your skill set, and it's also a bit random there. So finally, which course you get to be assigned a TA for. But your preferences, at least one of your 4 preferences is what you usually get. And I think there's only 1 or 2 courses which is not exactly computer science, which is offered cross-listed with CS. I think one is discrete mathematics. I don't think there's anything else that way. So if you don't opt for discrete maths in your options, I think you won't get it.
Adding on to Shruti's question, Shruti, can you mute yourself?
Yeah.
We don't necessarily, like, even if you are in CS, it doesn't mean that you can't become a TA for other departments. It's always open for you to become a TA, say, in the physics department or in the maths department. You would, as Shruti said, you would fill up a form based on your preferences. And then again, we have a TA training, which happens like in the first week of your joining in the first semester. And they have certain ranks, so they rank you depending on how you do in that training. And that also affects to some extent, but not much. So mostly it's going to depend on what courses you have already done. Say if you are in the second semester and you have already done the Intro to OS course, there are high chances that you can become a TA for the OS course. But again, it doesn't stop you to become a TA in any other department. All right, if you don't get TA in the CS department.
Next question we'll take from Vikas Goyal, PMP. Have there been any cases where people have gone ahead for PhD position? How difficult it is apart from the fact that you have to apply again? Can anybody answer that?
Vaibhav, I guess.
Vaibhav, unmute your microphone.
Okay. Hi, I'm a PMP student. As you guys know, PMP started just last year. So couple of folks did try to talk, but the rules are not yet defined correctly. But if it would be reapplication procedure, you have to apply internally. And from what I know is you need two recommendations from Wisconsin-Madison's CS professors to get into CS department because lots of other departments also apply for CS PhD. So you need to have good contacts so that two professors write for you, Reiko.
Vaibhav,
Rest,
just a second. You need 3 recommendations from professors who are directly listed under CS.
oh yeah, thanks for correcting.
Okay, so I have marked that as done. Which is the next question you want to take?
Yeah. So the next question is from Mihir Shetty. I will be reaching Chicago at 8 p.m. Considering various delays, I should reach Madison around 1 to 2 a.m. by bus. The bus stop is about a mile and a half away from Oak Tree, and my question is, what all options do I have to reach my destination at that time? So Mihir, we do arrange pickup for students, but since you are coming very late, we're not very sure. We should be able to get some volunteers, but if not, you can easily get a green cab or you can call Uber. We have a pickup and hosting form on IGSA UW Madison Facebook group where you can sign up if you want to be picked up. And we will inform you whether we will be able to pick you up. If not, we also have given the contacts information for green cabs and Uber there, and you should be able to get it easily when you come here. I think that should be easy. So next question. How have the career fairs been so far? Is it hard to get internships? Anybody want?
No, that's fine. I would say it depends a lot on you. It won't be as good as the Bay Area, so you won't have companies like Dropbox, Uber, a lot of companies which only come to colleges in the area. But there would be, most of the good companies would come to UW-Madison, and that's a pretty good number. So you can always apply online, and I think that's how I did it, and most of the other people did it who got into good companies. And at the end, it depends on you. Doesn't matter which part of US you are in. If you are good, I think it should not be very difficult to take internships. Each one of us here have pretty good internships. And like Web have had a couple of offers. So I think it's more about your how much effort you can put on your own end. Internship should not be a problem for you.
Next question is how easy it is to manage 3 courses with a TA or RA?
It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. Try not doing it. Only if you have some specific credit requirements which you can't fulfill in the amount of time you have remaining with you. Try not to fuck up your life unnecessarily. You can take a TA and 3 courses, but taking an RA, so I was an RA, and your professor asks for updates almost every week, and research takes a lot of time. And TA has fixed timing, so you would have to spend 20 hours. But even with that, doing homework for 3 courses and at the same time studying for your internships or jobs becomes really tricky. So try avoid doing that unless it's absolutely necessary.
So I will add something to that. So, well, basically for industrial and systems engineering and I think mechanical engineering, basically it's compulsory that you have to take 3 courses if you are a TA or an RA. Like you have to still be a full-time student. You cannot opt for 4 or 6 credits based on the appointment. So you have to take 3 courses and do the TA. I've seen people do it. It's probably possible with if you are good enough with time management. But yeah, it's really subjective based on your department. So if you can post your department in the next question, then it would be pretty helpful. That's
I'd like to add something. I actually totally agree with Rishikesh. If you go to time management, it's not that challenging. I mean, it's possible to manage three courses and an RA, but it depends a lot on the courses you're taking. If you're taking like advanced, like two advanced courses, it's gonna get very difficult. If you make a good choice of the courses, it's definitely possible to manage. And there is an option, at least in the electrical engineering department, that if you are a 33% or a 50% research slash teaching assistant, either one, you can take a reduced number of credits. As in, you don't need to be a full. I mean, you don't need to take your 8 credits per semester requirement. You can take lesser, 6 or even 4, depending on what percentage of an assistantship you have. But once you get the assistantship, you can work that out with the department. There's like few regulations to take care of, but it's not required that you have to take 8 credits. And that you want to take lesser number of courses, it's definitely possible to do that.
Okay. Next question is by Animesh for MSc. Do we get an advisor uh, who helps us to get select courses from the business management area for MSc? As I am from pure engineering background, I'm pretty ignorant in that area. I think Rushikesh can answer that question.
okay. So let me read that again. Do we get an advisor who can help us? Yeah, so your academic advisor will basically help you with that, and that is the job of your academic advisor. I have seen another question with a similar thing. So yes, your advisor will help you with that, but for business management area, that part basically is offered through the business school, and you can take courses from the business school. Of course, if you are an MSc, it becomes easier because there is a lot of flexibility. So basically, how you select courses from the business school, if that's your question, then rather than the advisor, your fellow students will help you, seniors will help you with that. And yeah, that's how you can basically select courses from business management.
I think Upasna also wants to add something. Wait, Upasna. I think it's not. You're not muted, but we
can't hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are not muted.
you're not muted, but there is some problem. We can't hear you, Upasna. Do you want to write it in the chat box so that one of us can speak it out? It's okay. Just do you want to say something that you want us to speak out?
Okay, let's go to the next question then.
I think we missed one question from Sanika. The question was, what's the question? What exactly is the role of faculty advisor that will be assigned to us? I think she's from computer science. Anybody wants to answer that question? What is the role of faculty advisor that will be assigned to you?
A CS student?
Okay, I can take this. The faculty advisor, you would be when you come here, you would be assigned an advisor, but you have to first go fill your advisor form wherein you fill in your subjects. The advisor would just evaluate whether you meet your overall in 2 years, are you meeting your 15 core credits and remaining 15 credits course plan or not. He will evaluate your long-term goals, and he can help you saying that if a course that you have selected in say semester 3 has some prerequisites, he can guide you, and if some course load might be hectic, he can help warn you, but he won't drastically influence what you select. He'll just validate what you have selected. Maybe Achan can add more, or someone wants to add.
I'm not sure which advisor you're referring to, but we have a GAC advisor, which is
Yeah,
Graduate Advising Committee, which is like one or two people who advise the entire batch. I wouldn't say it's an advising. It's just that they help. I find it more of a formality, so you shouldn't worry about it. But if you actually, when the term faculty advisor would come into picture when you are becoming an RA, or I think when you are becoming an RA, in no other way someone will become your faculty advisor, like a formal faculty advisor. But you do have people whom you can talk to. You can go to professors, or they have this GAC meetings where you can go and tell them what courses you are taking. So they will just make sure that you are on the track to complete all your credits. And you can ask them a few general questions, but no specific faculty advisor is appointed to each and every student unless you are an RA. Charu, unmute yourself.
Charu, you have to unmute yourself.
Sorry. Next question is by Praneeth. I heard grading system in Wisconsin is different from most of the other universities. Is the grading relative or not? So I am not very sure about this question. Does any of you want to?
I think depending on the department and the courses we have taken, all of us will have different opinions on this, or different experience with this. As far as the courses I have taken are concerned, I have taken a few courses in computer science, electrical, as well as mechanical. As far as I've seen, it's not relative. So if you meet, I mean, each professor has his own expectations on what the students should take away from the course, and if you have met those goals, you will be graded based on that. So it's not relative in my experience. But if anyone else has something different to say, I think it'd be interesting.
Well, I have something to say. So yeah, it depends on the professor basically. So some of the professors have a policy where it's basically a combination of both. It's like it's relative as well as absolute. So they will post basically what is the minimum for a grade, and if they find that the whole class is not doing well, then they will curve it out. So it basically depends on the professor, the TA, and the kind of course you're taking, because some of the courses don't even have exams. So it changes a lot in that manner. And yeah, with the grading, so some of the universities have direct A, B, C, D grading. So here we have A, B, B, C, C, D, that kind of grading. So basically AB is 3.5 GPA. So you don't directly get a B and go to 3. So there is an intermediate in between it. So basically some universities have it differently in that manner too.
So the next question is by any suggestions for good apartments apart from Oak Tree and Allen? Also, are there any specific areas in Madison that we should avoid going to? Upasana, can you test if you can speak? No.
No.
No, we are not able to hear you, person.
Yeah. Okay. Answer this question.
All right. Who goes around Madison a lot should answer this question. Anyways, Oak Tree and
I wouldn't recommend Allen House. So, because we live here in Allen House currently, but then, I mean, don't be disheartened if you've already signed the lease or something. But you can always in here. But yeah, that's what I want to start off by saying. And there are places Monroe Street or Park Street. That's the area on campus where there are a lot of apartments available for people to stay. Sorry, Achan.
So
just unmute because you're making people sad. All right. Who else wants to go first?
Yeah,
All right. So Amrita is making people sad and then making them realize that it's okay.
Sorry about
Well, Oak and Allen House are something where I think you guys are going to end up no matter what, because I think it's good and it's bad. It's good because there are going to be a lot of Indian students around, so it's good to have them around you. You can gel along with them. It's easy to manage things. Like if you want to borrow a vacuum cleaner, you don't need to buy it. You can always ask someone. But other than that, those are pretty shady buildings because they are old. And I would suggest that it's okay, since you are coming to States for the first time or you're coming to Madison for the first time, it's okay to stay in Oak Tree and Allen. And then for the second year or the rest of the years you're going to spend here, you can look for a better place, since you're more aware of how Madison is, which place is better, which is not. And because money is important and most of the places are really expensive. Like good places are going to be expensive. So I'm not sure if you would be willing to pay a lot of money just to get a better housing. So it should be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so
I would like to
the same
add
point.
something.
Okay,
So
Shruti,
yeah,
please.
yeah. So basically, I had the same point that there are lots of apartments here. Two things: one, they are very expensive. Some of them, which are near downtown, are pretty expensive. And then you don't want to be away from the campus, like too far away. Then you will have less bus options, and it will take time to come and go. Basically, Allen and Oak Tree are pretty close to the campus, specifically the engineering campus. So that makes a huge difference. Basically, you will come to know that during the first year at least. And as Achin rightly said, there will be a lot of Indians around you here, and it makes sense to be in the community as such. So yeah, there are some good apartments within the basically the range that you can afford near the capital. So there is Capital Center Court Apartments if you want to check that. But I wouldn't recommend because it's pretty far, and then basically you won't be near the community, the Indian community as such.
Yeah.
I'd just like to add something. So I would say you should have a look at Gold Leaf Apartments. There are 4 5 apartments near Oak and Allen. You're still with the Indian community, but you live in a much better place by just spending a few extra dollars. And I would say that avoid being near Lucky or where most undergrads live, because there'll be a lot of partying happening and it would be really disturbing if you're not used to it, or at least know that it is going to be really loud and it's not going to be calm like the way where University Avenue is.
Yeah, I think University Avenue is the best place to live in Delhi.
Yeah, and
Look for that.
and if you are in CS, I would recommend looking at Spring Street. It would be difficult to commute. I mean, a little difficult to go to groceries and those kind of things, but it would be very easy to commute to CS. You just have to walk probably for 2 3 minutes or 5 minutes at the max. So I would suggest looking at apartments there, and they are actually pretty decent. Yeah, I think that's it. And if at all you're looking for any other apartment in the campus, make sure that you are in the bus line and you have a lot of buses, because during winters the buses might get late and you should have more options to commute to campus. So just don't look at the price, because the more you go away from the campus, you'd get a really good deal for something close to what you pay at Oak or Allen, or maybe cheaper than that, but then you'll have problems commuting to the classes.
Okay, there is a second part to this question. So it says also, are there any specific areas in Madison that we should avoid going to? Well, Madison is one of the safest cities, let me tell you, and basically it's very safe. There are no specific areas that you should avoid. I think probably uh, like there is one West Transfer Point. That's the only place I have heard experiences of not being safe, especially late at night. It's basically a bus stop for, like, it's a transfer point. So that's the only place I have heard experiences at, and I don't think there is any problem or any worry that you should avoid going to certain areas in Madison. It's pretty safe.
It's pretty
Yeah,
safe even at night to walk around.
yeah, just try avoiding going on the other side of Beltline Freeway. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can we take the next question now? So the next question is, what is the minimum GPA a grad student has to maintain? I guess it's 3 on 4. What is the average GPA? Have there been any incidences where someone was asked to leave due to low GPA? Vikas has asked this question. Anybody wants to answer this question? I think it's pretty easy to maintain GPA above 3 at least.
Yeah, well, there are, if you see the grad school website, there is a grad school handbook, which is basically not a handbook but a very well organized kind of thing. So basically you can browse through the tabs, and there it mentions that yes, the minimum GPA is 3, and minimum GPA for getting funding is 3.5 for some departments. So keep that in mind, and try to keep it about 3.5. So basically it's not difficult to score a high GPA if you are good at it basically, and if you can manage your time well. So yeah, that's pretty much the thing.
I think Shruti wanted to add something. Shruti, I think you need to unmute yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to say that after coming here, you should not have this question at all in the first place. You should definitely be able to get a 3 at least. And also that, yeah, that's it. So you will be fine. You will get a good GPA.
All right, I would like to say something. Like, all the questions that you guys are putting up are something which you can get answers to once you are here. So try to ask those questions which you think would be useful before you come here.
Yeah.
All right. And I think we'll take a few more questions for another 5 minutes, and I think we are good. Right?
Yeah.
You've answered most of them.
Credits do we get?
We depends like which course you are taking for when you are going on an internship. Mostly people take some certain courses which are given by your departments for internship. They are usually of 1 or 2 credits. But yeah, again, don't worry about it because you have a long way to go.
Tariq, more they need.
Sorry?
Can we take those questions like
I think Shruti, there is a echo with your mic.
before they come here? Okay. Let's take the.
Okay, so next question is. I don't know if we see this question.
Which one are you looking at?
What are the things brush up before coming here? Will we have time to start fresh on subjects for programming or planning?
That's very subjective. Like, your career fairs would start around September and you can get internships even till April next year. So depends a lot, and depends a lot where you are applying. So that's very subjective. Let's not answer that.
Okay.
Well, I think we are missing a few questions at the top. Basically, I guess it's not. Basically, we have missed a few questions which were like asked earlier. So we didn't miss them as such, but they are still here. So let's just, if you can scroll at the top, everyone, then you can see some more questions which were asked much earlier. We can probably take those first. Charu, your mic is mute.
Questions which are asked earlier are down there, and they're adding questions on the.
No, so the questions get added at the bottom because you can see a plus sign there, so that people have already like added to the same question.
Okay, so I'll start from Shruti R's question. Which month do the career fairs usually happen in? By when can we start to apply separately to companies for summer internship? Do you think we need to answer this?
Again, with subjective, career fairs happen in September, and you can apply to companies whenever you want. Depends on when they call you.
Okay.
Will I face any problems if I don't get immunized? For CS courses, no. I'm not sure about other courses. Charu, for the bio courses, do you need to?
Yeah, you definitely bio courses. You definitely need to be immunized. You will have to after coming here as well. But I don't think he's in bio. I think he's in computer sciences.
Yeah, so it's better to get 2 of the immunizations, basically the MMR and I guess the anti-tetanus. So these are the 2, and basically those 2 are required by law, I guess. And even to basically there is a, if you have already done with the UHS thing, then there they ask about your history, and in that basically they make it compulsory, I guess. So basically no one will stop you and ask you that have you done your immunizations, but they are compulsory as on paper. Yes, they are compulsory, so it's better you get done with them. There is one course in ISY which requires immunizations because the project is usually in the hospital, so, or there used to be. So I was advised you better take the immunizations before coming here.
Okay. Next question. Any suggestions on the combination of courses for first semester? I think this is a very department specific, and since he has not mentioned his department, I don't think we can answer it right now. Next question is, how good is University of Wisconsin for computer networks? Can you suggest some good computer networks faculty? And what all labs do we have in CS department?
I'll take this question. Yeah, Wisconsin is pretty good for computer networks, and I think there are 3 professors working on networks. Aditya Kelas, Paul Bafford, and Suman Banerjee. So it's I would say Aditya Kelas is doing some really good work right now, but it actually depends on your area of interest. If you want to go to SDN or wireless and mobile computing, and labs do we have in CS? They're not specifically for different. I don't know what you mean by labs. So we have a lot of Windows labs and Linux labs, but I don't really get the question here. So I think we can go to the next question.
The next question is, which is I think more important, is should we get an international driver's permit to drive in Madison with an F1 visa?
I can take this. I think with the Indian driver's license, if you have one, you're allowed to drive for up to 1 year. So you don't need the international driver's permit, and that's the Wisconsin state rule. But in other states, it might vary. So to be on the safer side, you can carry it if you want to, but there is no compulsion on it. If
As per the federal law, you are supposed to get the IDP if your license is not in English. So if your license is in English, which most of the Indian states have, so then it shouldn't be a problem. To be on the safer side, you can get it always.
Okay, so we will skip the department specific questions for now. I think they can be posted later to people who are in respective departments. I'm taking the question which says, how good are Indian restaurants in Madison? Does anybody want to answer this? Anybody?
I think there are
This is very subjective.
Indian restaurants. Now, how good or bad, if you're comparing to India, then I wouldn't know what to say to that. But otherwise, yeah, there are 4 or 5 good Indian restaurants here, so that shouldn't be an issue.
At least we get Indian food outside, so I think they should be happy about it.
Or we can do potlucks and cook food at home.
Yeah, that's what we do most of the time.
That's what we generally do.
Any other questions anybody wants to take? There are 3 department specific questions, so if you want to take, you can take. Otherwise, these can be posted later and can be answered.
We have a question about winter in Madison. I think we should take that.
I don't. Do we have?
How bad is
Yeah, we have one at the top.
Oh yeah, how bad is the winter in Madison? Is it advisable to carry winter wear from India, or is it better if we buy it there after we come? So winter in Madison is pretty bad. It can get as low as maybe minus 30 degrees Celsius. So you should carry at least some winter wear from India, but not, you can easily buy it from here, and anyway you will not be able to get the winter wear that you will need in Madison in India, because it's different. It's very thick and it needs to be it needs to have a different kind of fur and all. So you will definitely have to buy from here, I think. But maybe you should carry at least one jacket or something.
Yeah, for starters, carry something from India, but otherwise, I think you should get your winter wear here, because none of us have experienced this kind of winter before, so you wouldn't know what exactly is right.
Yeah, but do carry a lot of like inner warm whatever sweaters or warmers, inners, because that you can get from India as well.
I'll just
Yeah,
make one
I'll add
suggestion
to
here.
that.
Um, the their thermals. I mean, and the things called thermal wear, which thermals, which like really useful in the winter, and you get really good quality thermals in India. I've purchased thermals both in India and here in Madison, and I found that the ones I bought in India were better. So if you guys can spot it in India, I would suggest you get thermals, but everything else you can come here and get.
Yeah, so get the thermal innerwear and basically skip out all the sweaters. Woolen wear is not useful at all in the winter because it's very windy and the wind will just sweep through your sweaters and it's of no use. So it's better to get a jacket and you will get pretty good winter jackets here.
Yeah.
So thermal inners, yes, do get them from India, but sweaters, no. If you probably like them, then yes, but yeah, that's again pretty subjective.
Okay, I think we're good for now. Uh, there are three questions, department-specific questions, which are left.
Charu, we did the second question, which Rahul had asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we have just like two questions left. We will definitely get back to you, but for now, few of us need to leave. Uh, if you have any questions, you can mail it on ixa.uw@gmail.com and we will connect you to department-specific people who can give you advice on that. Thank you for joining us. We'll see
I
you.
would just like
Oh yeah, you can
I
add.
just like to add one more thing. Instead of sending everything to the Gmail ID, I think many of us are active on Facebook, so
Yeah.
probably would get a faster reply asking on the Facebook on your Facebook 2015 fall 2015 group, and I think many of us are there in those groups, and we could answer you instead of spamming our emails with sending so many mails, and then we might miss out replying to few of you if everything comes to our inbox.
Yeah, it's best to post your questions in the IGSA group or the 2015 group, and maybe we can post a list of people who can answer department specific questions. So you can directly probably contact them in chat or something on Facebook. But yeah, as Shruti said, that people might get busy with their internships and stuff. So it's better to post them in the group so that someone or the other can at least answer a part of your query.
Also, I'm not sure if all of you know about it, but we have a hosting and pickup arranged for you guys. So in the IGSA UW Madison group, you can see a form. You have to fill up the form if you need us to pick you up and host you for a few days until your lease starts. So do fill it up in time. It will probably close on July 10, and we should be able to arrange things for you. Okay, see you in Madison.
Good luck.
Good luck. Talking in everything.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye.